Boggy, yo, Carlo, what's up, Pops? Hello, Carlo. Hope everybody doing well. I think, something I'm I kind of wish that I got me a drink. Let's take a trip and go get a water right quick. What y'all think? I think I'll take a water today. Let's see what we got here. Went to do a set of brakes on the OSS, and guess what? Some dummy put the wrong rotor on that truck. I got to go buy new rotors now. Let's see. Let's see. So grab you a drink. I believe I will. Yeah, it's got about a inch too small rotor on it, which makes the pads not wear correctly. Where are we at here? Look at there. Look what it does to the pads. That's not good. So now I got to go fork over the money and get some more pads. I may not have enough money. Get some more discs. I may have to cheat. I'm gonna have to. I'm short on money. Oh man. Bear with me. I'll get caught up in a minute. Yeah, that wasn't good. Now, that's how you get a drink. Let's see, I'll get caught up in a minute. Is that Tanzania I see in there? Yes, it is. Give me a minute, I'll get up here and get caught up. Sorry, I had to go get me some H2O and some Pepsi to get this live going. Let's see. Oh man, let's see. Carlos said, "What's up, Boggy?" Boggy said, "Go grab you a drink." Yes, sir. Boggy said, "Yo, Carlo." Maria said, "Drink like water." I got water. I did get me a water. I ain't seen this one. It's blood. Can you read me a bedtime story? Not today. I'm kind of busy right now, but give me a minute. Tanzania says, hello from Tanzania. Carlos says, hello, Tanzania. I said, Tanzania says, hello, Randy. It's me from Tanzania. I've been waiting for you to go live. Well, I appreciate it. Carlos said, hello, Maria. Tanzania says, so nice of you, man. That's the kind of guy I am. Yang says, hi. Is that our... Yes, that's our Chinese friend. Hey, how you doing? Are you back in China or are you still over here, Yang? Let's see. I don't know if Randy put in a pin for you. I'm gonna have to ask him. Let me get caught up. Where is that? I got lost. Doo, 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 doo. Yep. Teddy Lee said, have you been finished working today? Yes, I finished. And I was going to start on that truck and try to get the brakes done before the live, but I didn't realize they had the wrong parts. But Maria said, that's a tiny water. Yes, that's a little 10-ounce water. That's what they give us at work, so it's free. Let's see. Strom said, does your wife, oh man, come on, man. Let's be nice or find another channel. Yang said, hello to Randy, too. I need to let him know you're here. He is able to start walking, so he would be glad that you're in here. Maria says, hello, Yang. She's the one that come over here during Halloween. Oh, you're in Greensboro. That ain't too bad. Cool. Tananija says, do I bother you? No, sir. So if I'll stop writing lately, I've noticed that when you repeat after me, you look like, well, I hope I don't look bored. I enjoy talking to you. I'm glad you're here. Strom says hi. See if I can figure this out. All right, let's see. I hope I don't look bored, Tanzania. I love seeing, hearing from you. Strom says hi. Boggy says, well, where is here? Who said here? Oh, she's here. She's in United States because she's actually from China. She came over here to do some work on some lasers and stuff, and she had a problem with her tire, and we helped her out. And she's over in Greensboro, which is only about 45 minutes from here. Yang says, miss you guys. Yes, please, if you got time, stop back in. We'll be doing some tires tomorrow. Boggy says, Maria said, he's always tired because he's always working, never rest. You're about right, Maria. I agree with you, Maria. Tanisha says, thanks, made my day better. Hey, man, nothing but love for everybody in this chat. Well, I got just, my heart goes out to everybody in here. Carlos says, be right back. Maria said, Boggy, where's Olivia? Boggy says, hell if I know. Daryl said, hit that like, y'all. I hit it on both accounts already. Cool. Yang says, have you had dinner? No. Probably will go to bed without it, be honest with you. Not tonight. I have not had dinner, no. Dino said hi, hello, and he said hi twice. This water right here probably mine. Maria says, I think your head is orange. Just do an x-ray. It is. I'm kind of hot. Can you tell? Good Lord. Running around here trying to get the water. Let's see. Jonathan said, how many days till Thanksgiving? Let's see. What is this? What today's the 20th? So I guess you'd say 6 more days, 7 more days, something like that. I'd have to look at my calendar. See, Dino said, tomorrow is the last day of school for me. Awesome. Let's see. Give you a subscribe there, Dino. I need me one of them plasma cutter Yang's got. Them things are awesome. Let's see. And I also like and subscribe. Thank you, Dino. Maria says, I haven't slept in a while. That's not good, Maria. You need to, as soon as the live's over, you need to go to sleep. Let's see. Vid says, what's the best flavor of in your opinion, what's the best flavor of, what is ramen? Is that noodles? If that's Roman noodles or whatever, if that's what it is, I don't eat them things. Maria said, actually, I was awake for 2 days. Oh, good Lord, Maria. Maria, that is very unhealthy. Maria said, yes, when the live is over, I'll go to sleep. Dino says, 9 p.m. for me. It's, where are you, Dino? If you don't mind me asking, where are you? Maria said the best flavor is chicken. Maria said the best flavor is chicken. I don't eat it because I think it's very unhealthy. I'm a health food fanatic, and I only eat healthy foods. And I don't think Roman noodles is healthy. I didn't see I'm American. Got an American friend. Awesome. Maria said noodles is unhealthy. Maria said, I thought you better than this. Those are ones you put in a little, I done something wrong. Hold on. Hello?
Just as a forewarning, ramen is R-A-M-E-N, ramen.
Yes.
It's different than all ramen noodles. It's not like that crap that we eat that's the instant full of sodium.
Oh, okay. Then that's why Maria's saying I got a question mark about it being unhealthy.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about two different.
Yeah, their ramen is like really freaking good and a lot better for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I will tell Maria I am wrong then.
You were definitely wrong.
Okay.
The chicken is superb.
Okay. All right. Well, you can say stuff like that in the live so people can hear you.
They can't hear me, they can only read what I say.
They can hear you when I read it. Love you, bye.
Love you, bro.
Okay, I stand corrected. Maria, if you're listening, evidently the Roman noodles for you guys are different than us. We've got little packets with us full of sodium and stuff, so ours is not healthy. Randy said the chicken flavor is actually superb. They're very good. So, yes, I am correct on my part, but I am incorrect on yours. So, evidently, what I'm talking about is not unhealthy food. So, you guys, what y'all were talking about is healthy. Mine isn't. What buying little boxes is little cartons. You add water, put it in the microwave. It's not. So let me go back. Sorry about that. Then said I'm a carnivore, not a vegetarian. That's good. We like our meat. Payne says, what about Trump Epstein being best buddies? We do not talk politics and stuff in here, and I don't know Trump or Epstein personally, so I don't know if they're friends or not. Maria said, you're just like my dad. He says the same thing about it, and when I make my noodles, he eats it all. That's because, see, that's the kind of guy that us men, when y'all eat, cook things, we respect your cooking, so we'll eat them. Even if it's bad, we'll tell you it's good. Daryl said Roman needs banned. It's horrible. That's what I was saying, Daryl, but evidently Randy just called and said that there's difference. What Maria's talking about is different than what we got here in them little packets. Is Mr. Google call you? Yes. He's watching and he corrected me. Carmen said, hey everybody. Hello, Carmen. Boggy said, ban my noodles, Mike, and I want to order troll your shop. Maria says, I like my noodles with eggs and veggies. Now I do like you go to Japanese restaurants here and they cook the rice and noodles and with the rice and eggs, and I don't like vegetables, so I'll give them to somebody else. But if they've got noodles, I'll eat them in that now. Those are good. Dina says, I actually like eggs. Well, good. That's good. Maria said, even if it's good, you'll say it's bad. No, no. See, you got it backwards, Maria. That's what you would say. You would say it was bad just because I like it. Boggy says, not Roman, Raymond. Rayman. Okay, yeah, there's a difference. My bad. Like I said, Boggy, I said it wrong. One life, man. But you're old, man. You need vegetables. You're probably right, but I don't like them. I don't want to eat my vegetables. I do not like them. Maria said, yes, tell him I'm so mad I can't. Hey, that's my line. Don't you be taking my line like that. He needs his veggies. I'll eat some of them, like green beans. I'll eat green beans. I'll eat corn. Maria's laughing at me now. I'm not going to eat, I'll eat peas. I don't like them. I'll eat them. I'm not going to pick through them, those little bitty peas. I'm not going to eat butter beans. I don't like them. I'll eat black eyes. Let's see. I'm not going to eat squash. I'm not going to eat okra, especially. I'm not going to eat any okra, but that slimy mess about makes me sick just thinking about somebody cooking it. So I'm not going to eat what do you call them? Zucchini. I'm not going to eat zucchini. Let me get back on it. Dino said, "Wait, if I needed someone, I'm turned into a skinwalker." Oh no. Hang tight, Dino. We got somebody that might be in here a little bit later. Y'all be friends. He knows a couple skinwalkers. Let's see. Logan said, sick of this AI shop. This is a pre-recorded stream. I know. You'll see it when it messes up. Maria said, eat tomatoes. No, I don't eat tomatoes. Tandanija said, where's your full hat? It's right here. I got it. Woohoo! Carlos says, I'm back. Y'all, my sugars are high again. Oh no, that's not good. Boggy said, screw you, Logan. One life, man. Those nasty ass vegetables, they have very good benefits for old people. I know. I'll just try to take me some Midol or something. I'll find some pills or something, B12 or something. I'm not eating those vegetables. Dino says, Winnebago, that lives in the rainforest. Winnebago, I don't know what that is. One life said, no offense, but you're going to die young. I don't think I can die young because I'm already old. But if I do die young, they say the good ones die young. So Maria said, eat tomatoes. Kitty! Hey, Kitty. How you doing? Welcome. Buggy said, you're not his real mama, Maria. He's a free man. Maria says, how are you planning to eat salad if there's no tomatoes in it? Pick them out. I take them out. And I am such a nice person, I give them to baby girls. She likes tomatoes, especially the little ones. Buggy says, hey, Cortina. Maria says, I'm everybody's mom. No. That's Jane. She'll be in here in a minute. Kitty said, hey, Buggy. Tandanija said, try bleeding smoothies might taste better than eating. You mean tomatoes? Well, now, here's the deal. I don't like tomatoes. Now, I normally would take them off if I've got a burger or something like that, but I can eat a burger with a tomato on it. I've seen some people slice a tomato and eat it sliced, quarter it. Not me. I really don't like it. I don't know why. Daryl said, Kitty. Kitty said, hey, Carlos. Maria says, well, she's smart. Kitty said, Mike. Dina said, Winnebago is a skinwalker rules the force. Oh, okay. That's the reason I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now. I am a loss for words. He's in Japan right now with his Annabelle. God, I cannot think of his name right now, but he knows skinwalkers. Carlos says, Kitty, sweetheart, one life says, screw those vegetables, drink beer, man. I don't like beer neither, but I'm not. I like the idea of not worrying about the vegetables. One life said, Lord, Boggy, yeah, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds, cause I ain't nobody want to be my mother. Used to have a book to read all the time. Are you my mother? Kitty said, how are you, Carlo? Carlo said, Mac. Kitty says, hey, Maria, you are everybody's mom. Boggy said, yo, Mac. Maria said, have you ever thought of hiring Orange Cat in the shop? No, I'm not. No. I don't like cats. You know that, Maria. You know better than to ask me that question. I'm not going to be mean to them, but I'm not going to have one walking around the shop. You would be very mad at me if I walked in the shop and a cat was on one of my vehicles. Boggy says, how are you, brother? How's the shop? Maria says, yes, Kitty, I'm your mom. Dina says, and it takes everyone's soul that goes in the forest. Carlos says, not good this morning. Kitty had too much sugar yesterday. My sugars are high, but took some meds for it. Should be. Feel soon better. Better soon. I'm reading backwards. Maria says, go to your room. You're grounded. Missy Holt says, do you smoke fags? No, I do not smoke fags. Tandanija says, how much does a burger cost in the U.S.? I'm curious. Here it's like $4.50, including chips and mayo and ketchup. That's about it. Anywhere from $4 to $7.50. It depends on where you get it. You can buy them around, like I said, around $4 to $7. Depends on where you get them. If you get a home cooked one, they'll cost you, time you get the chips and drink and everything, around $10 for everything. Boggy says, make me woman. Corey says, hi, mate. Hello, Corey. Kitty says, oh, no, Carlo. I hope you feel better soon. I don't eat any foods with sugar. Be careful. Maria says, a cat can make you more happy. That depends on how are you. I don't like cats. I'm not saying they're bad. I just don't like them. Daryl said, I'm good. Biggie slammed and can't get enough done. Chevy said, I subscribed. Hopefully it helps, partner. It does. And I'll tell you what, I like the idea. I like I give you one right back. I like your name, Chevy Z71 forever. Thank you. Salute back at you. Maria says, why you're Google just watching the lives without saying anything? I have no idea, Maria. I've asked him the same thing. Miranda said, what's up from Brazil? Hello, Miranda. Boggy said, I felt for some reason I have an abnormal amount of work this month. Carlos said, thanks, Kitty. I'll be more cautious to what I eat. Daryl said, me too, Buggy. Dino says, you just need to eat a person and then you turn into, hey, whoa, easy now. You will get Maria all tore up. You start talking about eating people. Kitty said, Buggy, Maria is my mom. Chevy said, dogs are the man's best friend for a reason. Tell him, Chevy, I'm so mad I can't. Maria says, if you don't like them, there's a reason why. I told you, I don't like cats because they get on vehicles and stuff like that. And I just don't really care for a cat. I don't really like small animals. I mean, I'm not going to be mean to them unless they're on my vehicle or something, but I just don't like them. Boggy says, hey, Mac, money is money. It buys me things that makes me happy. Kitty says, Carlo, can you need good health to eat salads and many fruits. Kitty's on Carlo like Maria is on me. It's because they're just like dogs. If I want something just like a dog, I'm going to get a dog. Tandanija says, hello, Brazil from Tandanija. Maria says, men, simple creatures. Jesus said, hey, can't stay long. All right, Jesus, thank you for stopping in. I know you're a busy person. I hope everything's calming down for you and working out. Remember, smile. Kitty said, hey, Jesus. Carlos said, yes, you're right, Katina. Kitty. Daryl said, hours in. Kitty says, I'm here for you, Carlo. Jesus says, hey, Kitty. Dino says, my grandpa died in November 11th, 2025. I'm sorry. Chevy says, I'm heading to the naval base in Norfolk to visit my brother. Fair winds and flowing sea sailors. Awesome. I tell him we thank him for his service. Carlos says, hello, Jesus. Buggy says, yeah, I don't care for cats because they piss on my bed and I have to spend several hours cleaning my bed. See, there's another reason. I'm not going to have them in the house either. Carlos said, thank you, Kitty. Kitty said, Maria is awesome doctor to everyone. That's right. Dr. Maria. I forgot that. Thank you, Kitty, for reminding me. Jesus says, how was it? Kind of like a Dr. Maria. Is that what it is? Jesus said, hey, toys. 3AV says, what it do, kangaroo? Hello. Kitty said, you're welcome. Big says, free young thing. And okay. Maria says, I'm a doctor / mom. Maria said, my cats are my kids. There's a lot of people like animals like that. I'm glad you got something like that. Jesus said, yeah, she's okay. They never found out what it was, but ruled of all the fatal and dangerous stuff I couldn't have been. So it's a relief. I was praying the whole time as they load off my shoulders now. See, I told you, worrying doesn't help. I know it's hard to do, but I told you, turn it over and everything will be okay. Kitty said, right, Maria. Boggy says, Big, take that gangster crap somewhere else. We're Southern folk. Chevy says, will do. He will appreciate your support and appreciation. We appreciate everybody, especially the service people, and we appreciate you coming in here. Tananija said, I'm not sure if I shall continue fishing for a living. Ooh. That I can't help you. I don't know what else to do. Dino said, I think it means bye, wave, hearts. Have a good one. Jesus said, thank you for the message this morning as well. You're welcome. Like I said, if I can be of any help, I'll be glad to. Maria says, you know who can piss too? Every other creature on earth. So that's not a reason not to have a cat. It is for me and it is for Boggy. Remember, Maria, that everybody's different. Everybody's got different likes and wants and needs. So just because everybody don't like what you do doesn't make them a bad person, and they can like it, dislike it just because it is a cat. That's their free will. That's one good thing about free will. Big says that stupid stuff again. Kitty says meow. Chevy says, I hereby salute all military members, active and retired. Right back. I'll help you do it. Thank you. Tananija said, Maria and Kitty are very weird humanoids. Buggy says, at least my dog doesn't piss on my bed. Tell him, Buggy. I'm so mad I can't. Matt said, good afternoon. Hello, Matt. Kitty said, Tananija, I'm not weird. Sir Smelly says, can you say no? Kitty says, hey, Matt, Jesus says, I have to go. Hopefully I can come back. If not, tell Jane, Daryl, Mike, and everyone I said hey. And again, thank you, and I love you, Randy, and everyone in this family. Jesus, thank you, and we all feel the same way right back at you. Hope everything works out. Chevy said, the only people that should have everything free and government gives to people who doesn't appreciate is the military members. I got you. Maria said, we're not weird, we're brats. I agree with you, Maria. Horn by man, it's the best thing about dogs. They eat too much. They don't eat no more than you feed them. Amateur said, public cat, but adult. Matt said, I have 169 sub nows. Hey, if anybody in here got a little bit of time on their hands, go over and sub to Matt. He's trying to get his sub count up. Sure would. Matt Owens, dash I9V. Everybody give him a sub, please. Tandanese said, actually, you both are acting very weird lately. I like the Tandanese guy. Buggy said, don't say that. Sir Smelly, come on, scared boy. Kitty said, Jesus, I'm here. Antoine, you done bumped your head. You done smoked too much of it right now. Jesus said, you too, Lord. Sir Smelly said, can you say big boy? Kitty says, Maria, agree? Buggy, Smelly, go play on somewhere else if you're going to be like that. Oh, he's fine, Buggy. His long as he's nice and stuff. If not, I'll skip over it. Right now, all of his comments still count. He'll realize that we're here for a good time. Let's see. Buggy said, oh, you just said, I'm sorry. Kitty said, Jesus, I subbed. Matt, can you make me a moderator, please? I won't hold off on the moderators for a little while because I had a little problem a while back, and there's several in here that we took all the moderators away, and it wouldn't be right to give it to somebody else without giving them back because they've been in here a long time. Sir Smelly says, Biggie the Pond, I like you very much. Let's be friends. Hornby said, how's your job going? It's going. If you're talking about the railroad, I'll be glad to get away from there for a little while. I'm off for the next couple of days. I hope they don't call me. Chevy said, I don't appreciate the disrespect towards the military members is blackness in my heart and mind. No, we don't agree with the disrespect either, not towards any military members. Yeah, that's not good. We don't agree with it either. Hornby says, Matt, I hope you get your sub up. Tananita says, no, Matt, I've been asking for a moderator for free, and I'm getting it for sure. Beth says, y'all making my day with the hippo. Every time I think about it, we say it. We think about you, Beth. Antoine's laughing. Gary says, hello, Randy and everyone. Hello, Gary. Daryl says, Beth. Gary. Kitty says, hey, Gary. Boggy says, all right. Gary Mac. Tandanese said, hi, Gary. What's up, man? Gary said, hello, Kitty. Kitty said, boys is weird, and me and Maria is brats. I agree with you, Kitty. I'm just playing. Carlos says, I got to go shower. Be right back. Kitty said, okay, Carlo. So you can tell Carlo likes Kitty because it wasn't long right after we started having this, somebody added that S on there, and he corrected him real quick. He has not said anything about her calling him Carlos. Maria said, we're queens. Kitty says, yay, Maria. Stuart says, hi. Hello, Stuart. Boggy said, who said that about friends? Don't remember what was said about friends. Big, hello, Big. This is the real one too. NDP Projects. Whoop whoop. Chevy says, my family is military, so I deeply take it personally. I don't think anybody has said anything. If they have, I apologize. Shouldn't be nothing said disrespectfully about the military. We all support the military. There's several people that's been in the military in here. Daryl said, big. Kitty said, big. Hoppy says, are you Chinese? No Chinese. No. Gary says, big. Hornby says, yeah, don't disrespect the military. They serve for us. Exactly. Bick says, hope all is well. It is, Bick. It's the last work day for a couple of days. I'll be glad I got a lot planned this weekend. So everything's good. Let's see, Daryl, I noticed that too, Randy. Let's see, Maria, I'm so sleepy. I see 3 Randys right now. Just pick the one in the middle, poke him in the eye. See, Kitty said, Randy is 3. Chevy said, I'm just letting everyone know where my heart and loyalty stands for was all. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because we all support it too. There's several military members in this chat, and we really do. Maria says, Randy to the 3rd power. Bick says, Buggy. Boop, boop. Kitty said, yep. Buggy says, yo, Bick. Daryl says, pie. Maria said, pie. I saw it. Maria said, what pie? I called it the 3rd power. Hornby says, have you ever tried pinwheels? I do not know what it is. Daryl said, chocolate pie sounds good. Yeah, it does. Chevy says, I'm disappointed in people in our country disrespectful towards our military. Yes, they have their right. That is the whole thing about rights, but I disagree with it because I don't think they need to be disrespecting people, especially in the military that fight for their freedom. The people out there in the military are fighting for their freedom to have freedom to dislike it, but that is another channel we probably don't need to go down because it's very controversial, but I agree with you. Chevy said, I've seen too much of it on YouTube Lives. Well, let's hope you do not see it in this one. Maria says, have you ever eaten orange cake? Yes, it's real good. Of course, I'm going to eat orange cake, Maria. See, Daryl said, slate marshmallow and non-flavored chocolate is a pinwheel. Slate marshmallow with non-flavored chocolate is a pinwheel. It's weird. I've never heard of it. I'll have to look that up and see what it looks like. And Daryl says, yeah, I sure have. Boggy said, nope. Maria says, we make orange cakes all the time. Oh, really? Cool. Bick said, Art, whoop, whoop. Dino said, hi. Chevy said, I was just on someone's live talking bad about Chris Kyle because I actually knew him. I visited him and his family and a lot before he died. That was awesome that you knew him. It's a shame what happened. And, as much as I didn't know him, and of course the movie's what made me know anything about him. But I hate it happen. Daryl said, looks like a turbo blade. Okay, cool. Boggy said, don't eat pie aside of Olivia's key lime pie. Daryl said, we don't do politics here. That's right. Maria says, I can finish that in one sip. Hornball says, GTA is so cool. Yeah. She was, I have so many pictures of me and Chris. He was at the hospital the day my daughter was born. That is awesome. Hey man, I got 20 thumbs up. Thank y'all. Been live 40 minutes? That's cool. I'll thank y'all. What was that called a minute ago? Let's see. Dino said hi. Chevy said, I got a jet. The wife is hungry. Please send thoughts and prayers for my wallet. We got you. We understand. I know it's going to be a while because if she was hungry, She don't know what she wants to eat. She just knows she's hungry. Olivia said, hi. I hadn't heard from Olivia in a couple nights. I hope all has been well. Buggy says, I'm gone. Maria said, why does a water bottle have an expiration date? You know, I often wonder the same thing. Maria said, Olivia. Daryl says, go sleep. Chevy says, brother, if only you knew. Dino says, I have a friend that comes at 3 a.m. Okay, awesome. Olivia says, plastic degrades and chemicalizes the water. There you go. There's your answer, Maria. Thank you, Olivia. Hornby says, looking forward to Christmas. I mean, for the reason of Christmas, I'm happy, but I about got to where I don't really like the holidays. Too many people acting stupid. They get out and about. At least on normal days, a lot of people's at their jobs, but like Thanksgiving and Christmas, everybody's got it off, so the stupid people are everywhere. Olivia said, that's when it becomes bad. That's when water sucks. It really, really sucks. Let's see. Says, do you have 5 baby mamas? Nope. I've got 3 boys, all from the same baby's mama. Daryl said, Thanksgiving is the only one I get to. Maria said, in Christmas, I'll probably have tons of exams and stay at home. Jane, oh my God, it's stupid in my town. I can only imagine. Charles says, howdy, Charles. See, you taking care of the house? Am I talking to the right Charles? Olivia says, IRS also when the minerals used to clean the water go bad as well. I see them little glasses. She said, my daughter is with me and she asked if everyone could wish her a happy birthday. Her name is, oh Lord. I know you haven't been in here. I am not good with names. If somebody wants to hyphen that out for me so I'll say it right. But I know that I do not know her name. I will not say it right. I don't mind giving her a shout out. I'll tell her happy birthday though. Daryl says, 2 very bad wrecks, Jane. Oh no. Olivia said, hey Maria, Mac. Jane says, we have interstate shut down and we have Sims going down small side streets. Semis. Maria said, last Christmas was cool. I spent it with my friends. Awesome. Charles says, yup. I wanted to make sure. I know we have 2 Charleses in here. I thought that was the one. Reaper, I was trying to think of his name a minute ago and couldn't think of it for nothing. He's the one that knows the skinwalkers. Daryl said 85,000 gallons of fuel spilled in the one. Oh no. Jane said, top of Ohio Avenue crash, took out power lines. Jane said, saw a pickup, almost got T-boned by a semi. Saw a pickup, almost get T-boned by a semi. Ooh. Chevy says, you can just call her Sarah for short. Okay, happy birthday, Sarah. I can handle that one. Charles said, don't tell Bucky, but I took his Chevy for a drive and his GTO. I bet you like that. I don't blame you. If I was going to take care of it, you need to make sure they're in running order. Big said, yes, Jane, it's me. Well, he said I could call her Sarah, so I'll do it that way, Jane. Thank you. Daryl said we had Fargo, Ohio, chemical and environment all here for that wreck. Ooh. Jay said, hey, Big. Olivia says, I'm pretty sure Boggy is pissy today. He was real nice to us. Big said, Jane. Daryl said, calling for 12 inches of snow Thanksgiving night. Please keep that. Jane said, I saw that, Daryl. Matt said, hi again. Horn buys. Got that funny looking man looking. Ooh. I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was now. Anyway, Daryl said, saw that one firsthand, Jane. Charles said the GTO is different than the Chevy. Oh, I bet so. Jane says, hi to everyone. By the way, Olivia says, we got him sick, LOL. So his patience is short, even with me. Pop the top again. Big plans for the weekend, said Daryl. Well, yeah, I got to put brakes on the SS, which I started before the live, and I've got the wrong rotors on there, so it messed up the brake pads. So now I got to buy rotors before I put the new pads on them. I'm sure I did it last time and didn't even realize it, but I got to go buy rotors to get that, and then of course tomorrow I got to put those tires on that that lady ordered, and hopefully Randy will be here and help me with the tires, and I got a lot I need to try to get done here. I got a lot videoed last weekend, and Randy did all the videos all week except for what I've got to have for tomorrow. So that took a lot off of me all week. That was awesome. I'm hoping he gets here and we get some more video footage so that we can do it again. Hopefully he's here more next week, but we'll see. Which I only got to work for 2 days next week. So, but yes, I got plans to get a lot more done, I hope. Beth said I was late getting on. How did therapy go for Randy RH3 today? Beth, matter of fact, I don't think I've really said anything, but he was going to walk in, but they told him Monday that they didn't want him to walk in. But he saw a different doctor today. He rolled in, but he pushed Addie out in the wheelchair. So they told him he is weight bearing. How you call it? As tolerant. So Randy asked him pretty much what he cannot do, and he's really not giving him any kind of limits. He don't want him on ladders or anything like that, but he's not giving him any kind of limits. But if it hurts, don't do it. That's what he basically told him. So Randy actually rolled into the appointment, but he walked out. Olivia said that's why he left. Charles said, I'm also going to help fix his roof. Cool. Matt said, what is SS? I've got a 2006 Chevy Silverado. It's a Dale Earnhardt edition. It's a SS Intimidator. It's a certain type of truck. And it's actually a number truck. There was only 933 built. Mine is number 301, but SS is part of the badge on it. Daryl said, I thought you just did those. Not on that one. I needed them and I went and bought them, but I haven't done the brakes on the SS yet. Maria said, I posted a video today. I'll have to go check it out. Jane said, Maria, Lotus, hello, Lotus. He said, hello, hello. He actually put the H's on them today. Last couple of this all week, he's been leaving them off. Cool. Lotus said, what's up, Olivia? Beth said, good deal. Yes, it was nice. I hope he comes on. Lotus said, hi, Maria. What's up, Maria? Olivia's got her angry face going. Daryl said, Lotus. Lotus says, hello, Daryl. Maria says, hi, Jane. Lotus says, are you on the warpath again? Olivia's always on the warpath. Boggy says, Olivia said, you missed Boggy, Lotus. Carlos said, yep, judgment on. Lotus said, sorry. Dino said, sorry if I was sleepy. It's all good, man. We understand. Maria's sleepy too. Lotus said, I talked to Boggy last night. Brandon said, hey. The Brandon Train Spotter UK said, hey, hello, Brandon. Maria says, I don't want to go back to college on Sunday. I bet you don't. I hate it for you. But your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Daryl said, Livy said, it's okay. He is grumpy bear today and may not, anyway, not teddy bear, sorry. Reaper, there he is. I was just trying to thank you a minute ago. Couldn't think of your name. He said, meow. We got a person that knows skinwalkers in here. Dino. I told him you and y'all would get along. He knows some skinwalkers. Charles says, now don't tell him what I said. What'd you say, Charles? Lotus said, did you try giving him snacks? Then he says, bye, I got to go to sleep. I got to go to sleep at 7. Whew, I about messed that up. All right, Dino, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Lotus said, no, Maria. Brandon says, never done. Thanks for subbing. You're welcome. I did sub, didn't I? Yes. Let's see. Olivia said, no, he got cold and is very pissy about it. We know, sometimes we just call people to check on them, see where they're at. They get very pissy. We understand people getting pissy. Lotus says, we will miss you again. Maria says, how to sleep with my eyes open. Let's see, Lotus sick again. JH said hi. Hello, JH7. Olivia says, you men and your attitudes. Whoa, don't you say nothing about men and attitudes. You, of all people in here, has got probably crappiest attitude than anybody. I don't want to hear that. Reaver says, tell me what? I don't know what he's talking about. You had to talk to Charles. I think he said he likes, I said, I think he likes your hunting place. Olivia says, yeah, but that's cause of me and the kids. Lotus says, we don't like being sick. No, we do not. JH7 said, every time I come to Ghostly is ranting about something. Just, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Daryl said, I sleep with my right eye open every time, my left eye about half the time. I got a cousin that he would sleep with his eyes open, not wide open, but barely. You could still see his eyes. It was weird. Looked like he was squinting at you. Maria said, if I disappear again for a week or two, that doesn't mean I'm dead or kidnapped. I'll be just busy or too tired. We understand, Maria. We really do. I will tell everybody to do not worry about Maria. She'll come back when she's good and ready to please us. Don't even speak of Maria. She'll be back when she wants to. Daryl said, JH. Brandon said, hi. Hello, Brandon. JH7 said, Mac. Livy says, and I read the trash talking you KK heads. I'm not the princes of darkness and all the evil and cruel. You can read all you want. I don't know who you talking about trash talking. You come on there and talk junk about everybody. We try to be nice to you. Reaver says, tell me what, Charles. Maria says, men act dramatically when they are sick. Livy said, JH, it's just how I am. Brandon said, hi. Jay says, I am sometimes too. Charles says, I took the Chevy and GTO for a drive. What'd you tell us not to tell him for if you're going to tell him? Lotus said, oh, shoot, talking about me. Yeah, let's talk about me. Livy said, Boggy and Lotus, LOL. They were joking. They just can't handle the gremlin energy. Reaper said, you what? Hey, man, that's why I left the keys for you. Libby said, yeah, you. Lotus said, I figured you would burst into flames going into a church. Yeah. Brandon said, just a question. Who understands algebra? It depends. If you get into that letters and numbers crap, not me. I would say Livia probably knows something about it. Maria probably knows something about it. Nope, Maria said I don't. Lord have mercy, I have just drawn a blank. Fish brain. Let's see. Lotus said, apparently not. Lotus said, who's AI and why is he wearing a bra? Maria says, I don't. Charles says, sorry, Buggy. Maria says, I hate math. Math's my favorite subject. Lotus says, we knew you were spying. Reaper says, don't ask me. Levy said, don't ask me. Algebra is Boggy's forte, not mine. Forte, not mine. Okay. All right. Brandon, I'm sorry. We can't help you. Brandon says, I was asking because I hate doing algebra. Lopez says, it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Lopez. Sorry, I thought I heard something. What the hell? Let's see. Reaper said, just don't crash and refill the tanks, Charles. Levy said, everyone hates algebra. My brother just is the best at it while hating it. The people on this channel usually just know how to make one car turn into 2 cars, turn into 3 cars, turn into 4 cars, and that's how we do our math. If we buy one car at a good deal, sell it, and make enough money to buy 2 cars, then that's free money to us. Levy says, you have tanks now? Brenda said, hi. Mike said, hello, everyone. Hello, Mike. Today's episode is just for Mike. Daryl said, Mike. Reaper said, gas tanks, lol. Maria says, in my finals at school, I used to put my phone in a box and hide it. And when I finished the exam after a month or more, I get my phone back. Oh, that's not good. But I understand. I guess people don't want you to be on your phone or cheating, I guess. Because I guess all the answers to everything's on your phone now, I guess. Mike said, hi, Daryl. Daryl says, hi, Olivia. How are you? Olivia says, I'm going to go around and say Reaper has tanks now. Lotus said, what's up, Long? Still got all the digits? Daryl said, Twisted said they will only let him do 20 seconds on shorts. I still do 3 minutes on mine. Why? I think we could do 3 minutes. I don't know. I haven't done a short in a little while. Long says, Mike says, yep, Lotus didn't do anything today, so I was pretty safe. Livy said, I long got a cold, but I'm not letting it damper my gremlin energy. Let's see. Tarda says Milwaukee or DeWalt. I do not like DeWalt. I like Milwaukee. Lotus said Reaper got a tank that should get those pesky skinwalkers. Maria says no. I hit it myself so I can focus on studying phones distracting me. Oh, okay, I got you. Hey, that's discipline right there. That's good, Maria. I'm proud of you. Charles said, Bucky, question. Me and my family are thinking about taking a trip to Colorado and Nevada. Can we use the Chevy? Daryl said, might be sub count. Kitty said, hey, Lotus. Mike said, Milwaukee for the win. Libby said, hey, Lotus, I have news for you. Lotus said, Milwaukee. Lotus said, hey, Kitty, how are you today? Mike said, hi, Kitty. Lotus said, what's the news? Should be about time for Carlo to come back. He should be done with his shower by now. 28 thumbs up. Cool. Kitty said, hey, Long. Kitty said, Lotus, I'm okay. Reaper said, $300 a day. Olivia says, you're my friend even when you talk mad shit about me, but it's okay. You talking about me? I ain't talking about mad crap about nobody. I don't think. Mike said, Maria. Lotus says, no, you never talk shit. No, not me. Not by no means. I speak the truth. That ain't talking shit. Olivia said, no, you Pops Lotus. Oh, not you Pops Lotus. Oh, okay. Lotus said, totally innocent angel. See, you know me. Thank you, Lotus. Thank you for the good vibes. I'm glad that people see that. Maria said, you said Reaper has now many millions. That's what he said. I think he said he's got 4.5. Reaper says, I'm kidding. Just take care of the Chevy and you can take it. He'll take the GTO. Kitty said, Lotus, how are you? Olivia says, I am an angel. Oh, we got a comedian. I'm just playing, Olivia. Olivia said, Kitty. Kitty said, no, Lotus is an angel. Maria says, I'm an angel too. Y'all remember, the devil was an angel at one time. Kitty said, right, Mom, Maria. I thought it was Dr. Maria. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Woo! See, Olivia says, but. Lotus says, yeah, tell him, Kitty. Maria said, does Reaper need a maid? Well, we've all thought about it. Charles said, thanks, Bucky, I owe you one. Kitty said, Lotus is an angel, not Olivia. Olivia said she was an angel. Lotus said, never seen a nice gremlin, especially if you throw water on them. Man, I'm showing 29 thumbs up. Well, we get one more, that'd be 30. Y'all know that? One more would be 30. Olivia said, wow, I see how it is. Toda said, this is a nice way to get away from your wife. Is it? Olivia's putting a bunch of letters in there. There's Carlo. I'm back, Carl. Lotus says, I'm just playing, Olivia. Lotus says, what's up, Carlo? Kitty said, welcome back, Carlo. Mike said, hi, Carlo. Carlo said, what's up, Lotus? Olivia said, I'm still going to kick your butt because I love you so much. Carlo says, thank you, Kitty. Kitty said, you're welcome. Maria said, yes, call me Majesty Queen Angel Dr. Maria. That's my new name. Good Lord. Can we get a longer name? I thought it was kind of like a Dr. Maria. Lotus said, you probably will. Lotus says, one day, but not today. Lotus said, yeah, what the blade guy said. Carlos says, hello, Mike. Kitty says, I'm definitely, I'm defending Lotus. He's an angel. Carlos said, Olivia Bell. See, Olivia says, Bob guy, not Blade. See, Lotus, I don't know if I'm an angel. That might be a stretch. Let's see. Kitty said, bold as shine. Troy, my friend Jane. Hello, Troy. Carlos said, had to take some Advent. I'm feeling a bit anxious. Olivia said, Blade is cool, though. Maria said, if Reaper told you he needs a maid, give him my email. I'm ready to quit college at any minute. Believe me, Maria, we understand. And if he tells us that, we will do it. Daryl said, BRB. Lotus said, truth is, I'm just as evil as Olivia. Kitty says, where Jane? I think she was, I don't know if she was home or not, but she was in talking about traffic. Olivia said, one hell of a stretch. Maria said, just kidding. Kitty said, nah, Lotus angel and Olivia is evil. Lotus, I'm just nice more often. Daryl said, she can't stay connected. Oh, okay. That's what's wrong. That's why, that's where Jane is. Daryl says she can't stay connected. Kitty says, I know, lol. Olivia says, in your wildest and wettest dreams, Lotus, I'm the princess of darkness and all things evil remember. Question mark. Let's see. YouTubers, what's up, boss? You care if I borrow the kerosene heater this weekend? I need to work on my tractor. Yes, sir. Help yourself. I think it's got about a half a tank of kerosene in it. There is a blue jug right over beside the door. Fill it up. Help yourself. If you need any help on your tractor, let me know. I think I got a couple tractor parts. Lotus says, I knew you would see it my way, Olivia. Kitty said, yep. Eldorado, is that right? Jesus loves you. God bless. Thank you. Same right back at you. Jesus loves you and God bless to you too. Olivia says, I want to hot you oversized arsehole. I think all that jibber jabber says, I think the world of you, Lotus. I'm not for sure, but we are friends. Let's see. Oh, Olivia's going to agree to disagree. Maria says, now I see 6 of Randy. You see 6 or half a dozen? Matt says, I'm up to 170 subs now. Cool. Kitty said 6? Question mark. Olivia said, oh, thank God for Advent. Kitty said, that's good, Carlo. Olivia said, Pops, stop telling my secrets. They're mine. Tell her the truth, Olivia. You don't have to have secrets. Be out in the open on your true feelings. The truth shall set you free. Maria said, I should probably go to sleep before I go mad. Yeah, if you're seeing that many Randys, you might better go ahead and rest. Because when they made me, they broke the mold. There's only one of me. Randy's real close, but he ain't quite like me. Olivia said, okay, fine, Lotus, go truth to tell you. Got truth to tell you. Lotus said, okay, I'm all ears. Tell me, Olivia. Charles said, sorry, y'all, blood sugar dropped. Uh-oh, not good. Olivia says, I'm dumping kerosene on your bed. Lotus says, love you too, Olivia. Brenda said, too many Randys to handle. Yes. Charles says, yo, 47. Yeah, that's not good. Drink you some orange juice. Don't that help it? Charles said, no, that's not. Olivia said, be careful, I bite. Ow. Charles said, eating ice cream. Nay, that'll make everything better. I was working on the truck. I didn't get to get my bowl of ice cream before I started, so I may have to work on the truck and then do it. I don't know. Maria said, if the world has to that much of Randy, everything's going to be all right. That's exactly right. If there was more like me, the world would be much better. Lotus said, most gremlins do. Olivia said, did Pop Pops make a purr noise? Oh, what the hell? Carlo Snow says, you have a beautiful stomach. Yeah, it's kind of big, ain't it? Yeah, I don't like that about the camera. I try to keep it covered up. I call it my little pot-belly pig. Thank you for noticing, though. Kitty said, Lowell. I had the camera up a little bit more and it made somebody mad because they was looking too much at the ceiling. They got on to me because I was showing too much ceiling. Maria laughed. Olivia said, ah. Charles said, that's the lowest I got in a while. Yeah, that's not good at all, buddy. But y'all do realize my stomach's not that big. I got 2 shirts on. Let's see. Lotus says, you need to paint that ceiling. Have I told you how much I hate painting? Bria said, yes, because why do I stare at the roof? Why does people want to stare at my belly? Kitty said, Lord. Olivia said, dispel the thoughts, dispel the... Nickel Pony, evening, all you crazy kids behaving tonight. We always behave. Let's see. Olivia says, and you need to paint that damn grandma car. What car? What car I need to paint? Brita says, yeah, it's just the air inside of it. Kitty said, Nickel, not me. Carlos said, Lotus, did you poop again? Lotus says, you don't like wallet? What is that? Olivia says, hell no, I never behave. Oh, Lotus says, you don't like white. I do not like white. Kitty said, Lowell, Carlo. Charles says, Bucky doesn't have a stomach. He has an 8-pack. Shit, I gotta I got a case here, I believe. It's just in a round case. I carry a little bowling ball around with me. Lotus said, probably Carlo. Kitty said, I'm good. Behave always. Olivia says, hell no, white is only bright. Mike said, hi, Nickel. Carlos said, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Lotus. Maria said, well, it's better than staring at boring white roof. Okay, I got you. Just quit staring at my belly. Good Lord. Who was that said that a minute ago? Now I'm gonna be self-conscious. Daggone it. Thanks a lot. Lewis said, Bruises and Bella were making friends though. Maria laughing again. Always laughing at me. Look at there, 33 thumbs up. Awesome, thank y'all. Carlos said, sorry, Lotus, just being a smart butt. Rita says, we all have bellies. Yeah, but I never thought mine would stick out like that. Charles says, me and Bucky had an arm wrestling contest a week ago, and I tell you, he has some muscles more than me. Oh, Bucky. Kitty's smiling. Lotus says, hey, I'm not above chemical warfare, Carlo. Man, get hung up on some simple words. Let's see. Reaper said bidding starts at $5. There you go. Carlos says, hee hee, Lotus. Yeah, we must have run out of jewels. Ain't nobody getting no jewels tonight. Everybody must have run out of them. Oh, Charles sent 100 for 2 jewels. Thank you, Charles. Well, everybody fell asleep at one time. Reaper says, no, I better not do that. Annabelle will kill me. Dino says, hi, hello, Dino. How are you? And how do you do? Reaper, Dino, he knows skinwalkers too. Y'all two ought to get along. Lotus said, DoorDash brought me Lee's chicken. Carlos says, it's my dad's birthday. Today he turned 77 years old. Carlo, tell your dad we said happy birthday. Thank you for letting us know. Dino says, I got some ice cream. We all like ice cream. Dennis said, good evening, everyone. Hello, Dennis. Reaver says, them damn skinwalkers. Carlos said, thank you, Pops. You're welcome. Kitty said, Olivia, you're being summoned. Let's see, Brides, JMC Brides. Do you suck bones? Nope. Kitty said, Carlo, happy birthday. Charles said, when you coming back, Bucky? Mike said, hi, Dennis. I wish we could click on here and respond to people's channels and stuff. Like it when these people come in and say that stuff. I knew a McBride. Let's see. Dennis said, Mike said, hey, hello, Charles. Carlos says, thank you, Kitty. It's my dad's birthday. Kitty says, I know, Carlo. McBride's $5. Yo, chill, motherfucker. I suck bones too. Okay, easy now. Thank you. Let's see, Reaper said December 15th. Carlos says, oh, okay, thumbs up, Kitty. Let's see who we got here. Okay, Kitty says, my birthday, December the 11th. Adam says, hey, y'all. Hey, Adam. Spencer said, I heard you suck bones, so I came. Well, thank you, Spencer. McBride up there said he does too. He said he was so happy he sent $5. Spencer, you want to help join? We'll have the $5 bone sucker contest. Let's see. McBride said, where are all my bone suckers at? Well, right there, Spencer. That's two of you in here. Carlos says, I'll remember to wish you happy birthday on the 11th, Christina. Kitty says, okay, Carlo. Grease says, big. Carlos said, what's up, Grease? Reaper says, I gotta go, y'all. Annabelle's family is cooking breakfast. Be safe and remember to keep it silly. Thank you, Reaper, for stopping in. We do appreciate it. Adam said, Carlo. Lotus said, what up, Adam? Adam said, Mike. Bryce said, I just want to keep them bones greasy and keep sucking them. All right, go for it. Let's see. Maria says, why don't you just wear the red shirt? Well, mainly because, I've got to wear yellow when I'm at work and I just haven't taken it off. I mean, the yellow, I like my pockets. And my red shirt don't have a pocket on it, but I just like my pocket. But it's mainly because I have to wear this yellow at work. Adam said, Clayton. Carlos said, sup, Adam? Coconut Head said, sending hate from Florida. Why would you send hate from Florida? Man, don't send no hate. This is a positive, happy place. You keep the hate, please. Coco said, hey, hello, or said, hi, hello. Welcome to the channel. Please keep your hate in Florida. Let's see. Adam said, Maria. Mike says, hi, Adam. How are you? Kitty says, hey, Grease. Maria says, you mean green? Nope, I mean yellow. Unknown man says, what do you do for work? I work for the railroad. I am a track inspector. McBride says, I want to get Spencer to donate for them bones. Boy, that'd be nice. Ask old Spencer to do it. Tell him we appreciate it. Adam said, Kitty. Spencer says, what color do you wear to suck bones? I usually, if you see me, I'm in yellow or orange. See, Kitty said that shirt looked like dark glow. It's supposed to be a high vis. Safety yellow. That's what the name of it is. High vis safety yellow. Coco Heads laughing. Unknown says, Kitty, you're cute. Kitty said, hey, Grease. Maria said, it's green. Kitty says, I know I was just joking. Lord. Maria says, just wear red. I thought about it, but if I did, you would say it wasn't red. Just like you say this shirt's not yellow. I've told you what color it is, and you're so dang hard-headed, you want to tell me I'm wrong. And you wonder why I say you're hard-headed. I never said you were dumb. I'm telling you, this is safety yellow. Adam said, Maria, get it right. It's pink. And Maria said, lol. I know what it is. She's trying to get next to me. She's trying to aggravate me. Kitty said, lol. Kind of look different, don't y'all think? I mean, I might be wrong, but this is green. She even said it was green. Let's see. McBride said, tell Reese he can go home early because he's in the go home early chair. Reese, you can go on home, buddy. You're in the go home early chair. Just go ahead and take it. Take on off. Spencer said, I like sucking bones. You like sucking bones. Big J, suck bones. How do you know bone suckers together? Samantha said, where's the full? Kitty said, that's right, Pop. Miss, I swear I see only green. You're very sleepy, Maria. You're very sleepy. Kitty said, I know, Mama Maria. Maria said, it's light green. It's on the can. It's different shade of green. Maybe it's a different shade of yellow. Maybe. Just maybe you said that right. Maybe it's a different shade of yellow. Like, I don't know, high vis yellow. Safety yellow, sorry. Samantha said, yay, I'm ready for you, Samantha. I got it. I'm going to keep it right here. Anytime you come in, I'm going to wear my hat. Adam said, Maria, I only see green too, Dallas. Lotus says, hey, how about you go suck each other off on somewhere else? Ain't got a circle jerk. Oh, they just being funny, Lotus. They just being funny. Hell, and one of them even threw $5 in there just to be funny. Kitty said, yep, Grease. Maria said, okay, stop talking. You're making me confused. You're very sleepy, Maria. Very sleepy. McBride said, tell Ross you'll prefer his nickname be Big Red. Okay, Ross, your nickname is Big Red. Lotus said, is Highliner Green stop gaslighting Maria? Let's see. Quit jumping sides there, Lotus. You're the one that helped me out and said it was safety yellow because I said it was safety yellow. You said it was high vis safety yellow. Quit jumping sides there. Giddy said, lol. Carmen said, I left and came back and there's a full hat. Yeah, this is my full hat. We got somebody here that wants to know where the full is. Lotus said, hello, Carmen. Adam said, the full hat is a stop to alien communication. Carmen said, hey, Lotus. Maria said, see, it's yellow. Lotus said, it's yellow. Don't listen to him. Spencer said, thank you for 500 joules. Thank you, Spencer. Maria said, that is awesome. I like that yellow high-vis shirt. Thank you, Maria, for being so nice. I knew you'd see it my way one way or the other. Maria said, I said exactly what you read. Thank you. Spencer said, can you tell Davin that okay to suck bones with the boys? Hey, Doaven, it's okay with your friends. Just don't tell nobody. Adam says, are you guys ever seen the live feed where the guy making weird noises was a metal triangle in his head? I hadn't. On his head, no. Maria said, please wear orange tomorrow. Okay, Maria, you know tomorrow I'm off work. I'll be wearing orange. Lotus said, the alien's got his brain, Maria. Carlos said, hello, Carmen. Maria said, I think tomorrow is the last night I'll be in this month. Dang, I hate that, Maria, but we'll see when you can. Kitty's laughing. McBride said, ever watched Two Girls, One Cup? I never got to see it. Don't think I really want to. Don't think that was a very, very good thing. Didn't one of those girls die? Walker said, oh yeah, Lowell, this is the guy that says he's doing medication and he lets his water in his bathroom room for hours and hours. Would hate to pay his water bill. If we're on a well, it don't matter. Maria said, it's fish spring. What are they going to do with it? Adam said, exactly, Walker. Lotus said, you don't ever want to say that. See? McBride said, Two Girls, One Cup is family friendly. Oh, okay, then I guess that's a different Two Girls and One Cup that I heard about. $37, good Lord. I might just slide on up here about 40 tonight. What do y'all think? Spencer said you got a weird family, man. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like I said, I've never seen the video, but from what I understand, it was pretty nasty. Kitty said, Pop is Angel. Well, thank you. Maria said, I think it's just like the dress where people say it's blue and the others say it's golden. Ever heard of it? I heard of the Emperor Has No Clothes On or something like that. They told him that he had invisible clothes or something. That's an old thing. I remember something about that, about the Emperor having invisible clothes. Let's see. Adam said, "Be right back." Maria said, "Yes, he is an angel." Bradley said, "Hello here with the quote of the day. Just be yourself from the truth. Always come to the light, and right ones will come to right ones will come, and the real ones will stay. Power moves in gratitude, love, peace, and sunshine." Thank you, Reality. I appreciate the quote of the day. See, Maria said, "Yes, he is an angel." McBride says, "All right, bro. We'll have to catch you later. Spencer is bone sucking forever and always." Thank you, McBride. You have a good day. Olivia says, "Okay, I'm back." Kitty says, "Okay, Maria." Kitty says, "We are angels." Well, back in the day, there was a movie, Charlie's Angels. I guess we got Randy's Angels. What do y'all think? Never done Project's Angels. Adam said, who's ever wanted 2 girls in 1 cup seriously needs to see a doctor? You got issues. Yes, I agree with Adam. Adam said, and I didn't even hit the play button. I didn't even know you could still look it up. I thought they took it off. Maria said, "We all angels, even the people that wear yellow shirts and they think it's green." Spencer says, "Have a good night, brother. You are the king of YouTube." Well, thank you, Spencer. We do this every day at 6 p.m. Please come back. Lotus says, "I am Eeyore. I am, what do you call it? Damn it. Ogre." Sorry. Reddy said, 3 guys, 1 hammer is even more gross than 2 girls in a cup. I've not even heard of that one. Kitty said, ogre, question mark. Olivia says, "Oh my God, what is next piece is going to be for y'all?" Lotus says, "Giant scary ogre." Rhetoric says, "I'm olive oil and my husband is Papa." Cool. Kitty laughing. Carla says, "I'm the General Giant." Adam says, "Maria, we're going to mail you a purple, possibly green or red shirt. We're not sure what color it is, but keep an eye out." Maria said, "What?" Kitty said, "Agree, Lotus." Carlo. Matthew said, "Howdy, y'all." Hello, Matthew. Adam, she's not going to tell nobody her address. She's scared she'll get one of them orange shirts. I would send her a yellow one just for spite. Olivia said, "That's okay. He may be big and scary and ugly, but he's a good listener." Paul said hi. Hello, Paul. Man, 38. I get 2 more. I have 4 thumbs up. That is awesome. See, Carlos said, "He. Thank you, Kitty." Let's see. Adam said, "Hi, Olivia." Nickel Pony said, "Sorry, wife called, asked if I was eating right." Told her, "Yep, fork to plate to mouth." There you go. Samuel says 38. Yep. Well, I just showed 39. Somebody hit it. Adam said, Olivia said, "Hey, Adam." Samuel said, like and subscribe, brother. Respect 100%. Always. Respect always. 100. Thank y'all. Yes, please do. I can't say my catchphrase. People don't like it. Y'all hit my thumbs up, please. Adam said, come on, someone hit that like button. I thought, somebody hit it. Give me a like, please. Give me a 1 little, 2 little, 3 little like. Maria said, say it. Nope. People don't like it. Nickel Pony says, you got 1 more day, Pops, then off for 5. Actually, I'm off now for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then I work Monday and Tuesday. Then I'll be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I do have to work Monday and Tuesday of next week. Lotus said, go ahead. I won't even be close to the worst thing, the worst of the night. Olivia said it. Maria said, say it. Randy said, called a toad today, told my sis-in-law to kiss it. She tried and jumped and disappeared. Maria said, which people tell me their names, I'll give them a lesson. Cucumber said, hi, folks. Cucumber, give me a thumbs up. Look at that, 40. All right, thank you. Adam says, got to go. Take care. See you. Thank you, Adam, for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. Love hearing from everybody. Maria says, I think you doubt my abilities. I don't doubt you, Maria. I agree with you. Olivia says, wow, Lotus just decided to ignore my genuine compliment. This is why I don't compliment his caca hole. Maria says, I can quick their asses. Maria says, be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Ha ha ha. Lotus said, really? Shh, y'all be quiet. Rabbits hunting rabbits. Maria said, say it. Olivia said, yeah, I did. Why don't you read? Lotus said, don't compliment my butthole. It's weird. Then he says, Lotus said, thanks, Olivia. He didn't really know how to thank you. Maria says, don't be quiet or I'll sleep. You're getting very sleepy, Maria. Your eyes are getting very, very heavy. Rabbit says, when your chocolate starfish winks at the opposite eye. Whoa! Olivia says, I hope you trip on yourself. Olivia says, I hope you trip on yourself. Oh, damn, I just read that. I know how to keep you awake. I use this. Maria said, 40 like. Yep, 40. That is awesome. Maria said, no, not the pen. Kitty said, lol. Maria said, now I'll stay awake forever. Carlos said, be right back, gotta check my blood sugar. Daryl says, I'm back. Maria says, I'll turn into a zombie. No, do not turn into a zombie. Ah. Maria, Kitty said, Maria, drink coffee. Bradley said, zombie black oops. Maria says, and I'll eat your brain. Gary says, I'm back too, Mac. Olivia says, I swear to all the things holy, you click that pen, I'm going to steal your ice cream for the next 2 months. Riley said, my kids play that game. Maria said, fish brain. Olivia, I stand to my word. I was just playing, see? I didn't realize how much that right there was annoying until Justin was doing the live the other day, and we were trying to get back here, and he was playing with this. I think he was playing with this stand right here. He was mashing the button and closing it, and I did not realize just how annoying that was. So I said I wouldn't do that no more. You know. And I stand on my word. You know, if I do it, it's not intentionally. I'll do reach down and pick it up every once in a while, but I try not to do it. Maria said, fish brain. Olivia says, put it down. Olivia said, no. Paul said, hi. Hello, Paul. Kitty says, look like big pen. Well, yeah. Well, this is actually, is for my video camera to go on the end. It's like a selfie stick. Then you mash the button and it goes out and it'll stand up. Let's see. Olivia says, bad. Pop Pop. Maria said, yes. Thank you, Justin, for letting him realize that. I really didn't realize it did I didn't realize that speaker picked up that like that. So even sometimes I'll hit the table here and I'm not trying to, it's just, I guess, a nervous habit. Harvest says, what your toes look like? I got nice toes, man. They're about 14 inches long. They curl up and I can pinch you with them. Man, I got good toes. Kitty said, cool, Pop. Daryl said, 32 minutes tonight. Justin says, heck yeah, 41 likes. Yeah, ain't that awesome? I'm actually showing 42 now. Kitty said, hey, Justin. Harvest said, ha ha. Daryl said, 42. Justin said, Daryl. Vic says, I'm out, everyone. Stay safe. See you, Vic. Thank you for stopping in. Maria said, yeah, I do that too. Do what? What did I say? Did you say you do too? Just nervous habit, is that what you're talking about? Leah said, the hitting the table is fine. I'm not going to go crazy over that. Justin says, hey, all. Reddick says, like the stream for more interesting entertainment subscribers. Be sure to turn on the notification bell or go to hell. There you go. Thank you. Yes, everybody, please. Olivia said, oh, cool, it's Justin, nice. Maria said, yes. I don't know what it is. It's just something, now, you know, I do cover my stomach for, what do you call it now? I can't think of that now, but it is just a nervous habit. When I first started this, y'all wouldn't have seen me talking on this thing like this, so, it's, I've come a long way. Most of y'all make fun of my reading, but I've done a lot better since I've started this, so I think it's an accomplishment. Let's see. Olivia says, hey, he can't say that. Justin said, woman. Kitty's laughing. Rabbit said, men. Olivia said, Bane. Let's see. Antoine said, you look familiar. You sure don't smoke crack together in the 80s? You asked that earlier and somebody deleted your message. Again, they just deleted it again. Maria said, who makes fun of your reading? A lot of people don't like the way I'll mess up and stuff. Raptor says, mix them together. You got nasty time. Maria said, that's mean. They don't mean it mean. They just, I mean, it's one of those deals where I do mess up, and I have a hard time pronouncing some of the names and stuff. Some people help me out, and some people, I don't want to say mean about it, but it is what it is. Livy said, I loathe Baines of my existence. Have no idea what you're trying to say there. See, I'm lost. Daryl said, Antoine, I told you earlier, next time you're gone. Carlos says, I'm back. Y'all sugar levels come down. Cool. Olivia says, I'm only playing. Ryder says, we only smoke ass crack over here. Olivia says, how are you, Justine? Lotus said, is it recess time, Carlo? Recess time. Boo. Let's see, Lotus said, smoke tires, not crack. There you go, I'm there. Carlos said, no, chocolate for me, Lotus. Slicky said, yo, hello, Slicky. Maria said, well, it's normal for people when they grow up. Lots of people read like that, and at least they're trying. Well, I never did good in school, so for me to do what I'm doing now, I take it as a compliment. I don't care what everybody else says. If I did, I'd quit. But I plan on keeping on, and I'm learning. I'm doing better. Let's see. Kitty says, yay, Carlo. Kitty says, I want a Reese's. I wished you were here. I got a bucket full of them. Lotus says, come on, Carlo. Daryl says, I have peanuts and Annie's mint Hershey's Kisses and candy corn right now as tonight's snack. Ratterty says, it came from the racing term smoking that ass. Let's see. Olivia says, can I have chocolate Lotus? Your mom likes butt stuff? No. I think you asked that last time. No, don't smoke weed. Carlos said, Kitty. Kitty says, I love Three Musketeers. Sickly said, I always appreciate my mom reading to me as a kid. Ryder said, I love Heavenly Hash ice cream. Lotus said, I got Snickers, peanut butter, peanut M&Ms, and Twix left over from Halloween. I got about 4 buckets of Halloween stuff in there. Lever says, not have had, has, no, not have, has, Pop Pops, has. Can I have chocolate Lotus? Okay. Ryder said, or Snickers ice cream. Yes. Ryder said, yes. Liv says, oh, I want one. Kitty said, yummy. Lotus says, come get it, Olivia. Daryl said, 44 likes. Dang, yeah, 44. Ryder said, whoop. Carlos said, my favorite Reese's is peanut butter chocolate cups, Lotus. Olivia says, not have, it's has. Okay. Gary said, everyone have a good night. See you soon. Thank you for stopping in, Gary. We do appreciate it. See you. Gary said, Carlo, be careful and eat candy. Carlo, be careful to eat candy. Lotus said, I have a thing of Reese's cookies I could make too. Kitty says, night, Gary. Ryder said, likewise, Gary. Olivia said, stop reaching. Zach said something. Get real, Zach. Daryl said some of some of it's not your reading, Randy. Some people can't make sense. I'm beginning to wonder. I'm thinking I'm reading words backwards. Lotus says, "Me too, Carlo." Daryl said, "Say it, Gary." Carlos said, "Yes, Kitty, I will, but sometimes temptation gets the better of me." Let's see. Lotus said, "Sentences are overrated." Libby said, "I think Pop Pops is tired of NY nonsense." Lotus, very yummy. Reddish said, "What's wrong with New York?" Maria said, "Good night, Randy and everyone. I'm going to sleep." All right, Maria. Thank you for staying up and being part of the live. I hope you sleep well. See, Olivia said, "Oops, it was supposed to be my. Sorry." Lotus says, "There, new mayor." Reddish says, "Night, Maria." Kitty says, "See you later, Maria." Maria says, "And I'm still wearing orange." Daryl said, "Everything rowdy, lol." Olivia said, "Night, Maria, take care." Bill said, "No better than California." Lotus said, "Good night, Maria." I said, "Well, then, shit, I was born in the wrong state. We can't help it where we were born. We need to make the best of what we can. We can't help the stupidity around us. We can only handle and take care of our stupidity. Controls what I'm trying to say." Rather says, "I'm an American. Does that count?" Yes. It doesn't matter if you're an American or not. It counts in here. Everybody's loved. Lily said, "Hey, don't talk about my home and compare it to that backwater thing hole." There's stupidity everywhere, I can tell you that. Rather said, "I don't take offense. I'm here for the fun and to relax." That's the best way to be, Rather. There's nobody trying to offend anybody that I know of. Well, there's some newcomers come in here to try to, but everybody else is pretty much happy and likes to be a happy thing. Daryl said, that's the only thing that is a plus in New York." Lotus said, "I can even handle my own stupidity sometimes." Yep. Olivia says, "I can't," he said. Olivia said, "Let alone my stupidity." Reddish said, "I'm free flowing," right? That's right. Let's see. Carlos said, "Pops, will you make me a honorary American?" As far as I'm concerned, you are. You're all right with me. Love to have you as an American. Roger says, "I see Long Wrench Garage up there. I know Mike, good guy." Yeah, Mike's a very good guy. He's been here a couple times. He's helped us out. And when Randy got hurt, him and Ryan came down here and they helped us out right after Randy got hurt. And then Ryan and Beth both came down here during Halloween and helped us set up. It was a big flop, but we had a dang good time with the people that was here. Dang good people. I love to see them come back. Get us a good night, y'all. See you later. See you, Kitty. Thank you for stopping in. Lotus says, "I don't know, Carlo. What American things have you done?" Daryl said, "Peace, y'all." Rudder says, "Night metal." Olivia says, "No, Carlo, you're an also they're better anyway. Sorry you have to live in the land down under." Rudder said, "Oh, that's awesome." Because I like American candy and American RC cars and full-size American cars. That's right. Man, we're going to end this with about 45. It's showing 46, but they normally take away one, but we're going to end this with about 46 likes. That is absolutely awesome. Like I said, this phone's showing 45. That was showing 46. So But Daryl said Mike and Beth are 100%. Yes, very, very good people. Let's see who we got here. This Vinny says, "What's the never done projects?" Well, people take that the wrong way when they read it. Never done projects means a project is really never done. If you'll think about it, you get a project done, you'll see you want something different, different color, different shape, something different on it. Olivia said, "Carlo, can I have a Huntsman?" Redder said, "Strong 100% green hearts." Olivia says, "I want a Huntsman." Daryl said, 47. Yeah, see, look at there. All right, everybody. I have actually run it right up to Daryl's time for his premiere. Y'all jump over to Metal Art Customs, his premiere, and everybody continue the conversation over there. I'll answer Jeffrey right quick. Jeffrey, yes, Randy went to his PT, and today was his second visit. They let him walk Monday, and he actually wheeled into the second visit, and they let him walk out. So very, very quickly, he's getting rid of the walker and the wheelchair. So he is doing a lot better. Hopefully by the weekend, he will not have to have anything to hold it. He's very steady. Lotus said, "Don't give it to her. She's going to let loose in my bed." They said, "I want another oversized spotter with a turbo." Redder said, "Later on." Lotus said, "Good night." All right. Again, sorry about that. I wanted to tell him how Randy was doing. But anyway, y'all have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this. And thank y'all for coming in and chatting. I do enjoy it. Y'all have a good day. And remember, keep it silly. Thank you.